Hello, everyone. This is Cheryl Verrett. I am back. I am so glad to be here with you today. I'm going to give it a few minutes, just a moment actually, to allow you to jump on. I am live. My connection is great today, so we don't have to worry about that. It's so funny while we're waiting for more people to jump on, is I was able to go live driving through the Grand Canyon. And so I just figured wherever I was in California with all the electrical lines around, that I would have had great connection. But who would have known? And it's so funny. Welcome, welcome, you guys. That when I had everything prepared, when I was getting ready to have a conversation around fortitude, that showed up in my life. I had to see how much fortitude that I had today, right? So, you guys, look, this is the 30-day challenge of Emerge Now, Unstuck and Unstoppable. Type your name in the chat. I want to know that you're here. I want to engage with you because we're on this journey. We're on this journey to emerge, to become the better versions of ourselves, to birth the plans and the dreams. Hello, Monette. That we have that's inside of us right here, that we want to grow, not just for us, but for those who are around us, for our children, our grandchildren. So we have to show up no matter what. We have to show up. We have to bounce back because that was part of the title yesterday. I said, all these things are happening to me while I'm talking about it. So I am a living example of how to bounce back and how to have that fortitude in order to move forward. See, my desire to go on a journey to become unstuck and unstoppable is greater than the hindrances that try to come before me. Because on this journey, we're on day 17 right now. Can you imagine that? We are like more than halfway through, and I am ecstatic and elated that you guys are walking this journey out with me. So we're here in order to what? To make sure that we eradicate self-sabotaging beliefs, that we release that untapped potential, and that we experience the greater self-confidence necessary to birth the plans and the dreams that we have inside of us. Isn't that right, cowboy? I am so glad that you are here today. The internet is working. My friend Monette is here today. When you jump online, as you're listening to this, and even if you're in the replay, make sure you type your name in there because I want to know that you are here, that you are with me on this journey. So when we talk about fortitude, fortitude, as I define it, is having that courage that comes along with adversity, that courage to continue to step on and to move forward in the midst of adversity. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you go and you grab that journal. I want you to have it with you. I want you to have a pen. I want you to take notes. I want you to type in the chat when I say something that resonates with you. I want to see the hearts and the emojis or whatever that comes up to let me know that we're in this game together, that what I'm saying is making sense to you so I can know that I'm on the right path. So when we talk about fortitude, as we want to become the successful people that we were created to be, that means that we have to be able to stand, that we have to be in this place where we're not being tossed all over the place. Have you been there before where you knew that there was a goal in front of you, that you had this vision in front of you, and yet you allowed yourself to be tossed by distractions, by people coming into your lives, by situations that seem so insurmountable? What does that look like? That means when you know that you're supposed to start a business, or that you're supposed to move to a new city, that you're going to start a new family and you've never done it before. Sometimes, we talked about self-sabotage before. We can stop. We can stop as opposed to having that fortitude, that strength, that courage to move forward. And today, what we're going to talk about is having that courage to move forward. When we talk about fortitude, it's that strength. We see that on the cartoon characters, or not even that, or on TV, where there's Wonder Woman. She has fortitude. She has strength to face the adversity. We see Storm in X-Men. When we watch the athletes on TV, and or we're there at a track meet or a football game, and we see that somebody has hurt their Achilles heel or their tendon and pulled a muscle, and yet they continue in the game anyway. Why? Because of the fortitude that they have, the courage, the adversity, the want to continue on. And I want to ask you today, where in what areas do you have the fortitude, the conviction, the courage to continue on? For some, it could be the athletes. Others, it could be in our relationships with our families, with our loved ones, with our children who may not be making the best decisions. The fortitude to continue on, to speak and to be the leader, to carry on, to move forward. When we want to be a success in our businesses, sometimes we have to make the hard decisions. And I know we've all been there before. There have been times where I had to show my fortitude when in relationships where I thought relationships, I had a business. Let me put it this way. I had a business and a business partner. And with the business partner, he didn't make the best decisions. Not my husband, someone else, because my husband makes the best decisions. But I'm talking about someone else. And because I didn't look at his character fully, I didn't do my investigation, I reaped the side effect of that. And so I wanted to throw up my hands. I wanted to say, what was I thinking? And I think when we go forward and we're on that forward momentum and we're moving forward, and yes, and then we make a bad decision, and there's some consequences to it. That's the word I wanted, consequences. We can throw up our hands and then say, I don't have what it takes. We can start to degrade ourselves. We'll maybe start to pull back. And then we have these conversations in our head that try to stop us from moving forward. And we know that it's just a temporary decision. We know that we're still breathing. We know that we have tomorrow, and tomorrow carries on. There was this saying that you can't cry over spilled milk. That's because when the adversities of life come, so for example, the milk spills over, you can't put that milk back into the glass and begin to drink it. Not really, not if it's spilled all over the table. You just have to go and fill that glass up again. You just acknowledge that it's spilled, you wipe it up, and you continue going. Fortitude. In our lives, when we've experienced things and life is going to happen, we just say, you know what? Thank you for the life experience, and then we continue on. How hard is it, or how challenging has it been for you in order to continue on? I see when we are talking about music, and music is our life, as I see Cowboy, who's here with us today. That's your life, Cowboy. That's what you want. And then when you had the big job, and that job turned out, and because of COVID and the situation where it went away, there's another job tomorrow. So you continue to plan, you continue to practice, you continue to stick with it, you continue to knock on doors to say, hey, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm prepared, believing, knowing that there's another door that's going to open. Having fortitude is continuing on. And I know that you've got this. See, we all have this. We just have to believe it in ourselves, and we have to continue on. And when we get tired of those transitions, when we get tired of life happening to us, then we have to change our perspective and say, you know what? I have what it takes, and that I will continue on being who I'm supposed to be. I will gird myself up and do all what I'm supposed to do. Because we've all had those opportunities. But today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to give us 3 ways that we can develop that fortitude so that we can become unstoppable, that we won't be stuck in a situation, that we will emerge. I'm so glad that you're with us today. We are emerging. I have Sandra and Karen and Monette and Howard and Cowboy and everybody who's going to listen on the replay. You have what it takes in order to continue on to be who God has called you to be. So in order to emerge and become unstoppable, listen, we have to be authentic to ourselves. We have to follow the passion and the dreams that are placed inside of us. In order to emerge and become unstoppable and be a success in life, we are not going to be a duplicate of someone else. We are not going to be a sort of, we're not going to be a replica of someone else because no one can do you like you. It's your voice. Your voice is powerful. Your voice is speaking to those who are around you in your area. Your voice is necessary right now. Inside of you are what? The plans and the purposes and the dreams that are supposed to be birthed to come forth so that other people can grow, so that other people can know it's possible, so that other people can know that they don't have, that they can emerge, and that you are the light. You're walking, you're showing, you're telling. Your life is a story, and you're the one who is co-creating that story. So how are you writing your story today? Are you writing one that shows that you are that Wonder Woman, that Superman? You're the one with the fortitude. And then the second thing that I have for you is remember to have a touchstone. For me, my touchstone is my journal. You guys know I have my journal here and I write everything in it. This is my success journal, right? My success. I'm speaking it into my life. You write on your journal, say, I'm a success. This is my success journal. And then you have something written in there. Remember, you're following this challenge, not just to follow me, but to grow and to emerge and to become unstoppable. So you're taking notes, you're keeping all of the action plans right here. You're making sure that every day you're following what it is. Yes, you are writing your story, and your story is being unveiled as you are getting your aha moments. See, if I could go back and tell my younger self all the things I learned now, what is that? If we knew now, then what we know now, we don't have a chance to go back into our childhood. But what I do have a chance to do is to go forward and to help the next generation. What I can do is to get online and be able to share with the world, to travel globally and be able to share a message of hope, to share a message that you're possible. See, what is it that you're supposed to do right now? What is it that's inside of you? So we have our touchstones to remind us that it's possible. That journal is showing that you are possible because you're doing the work, going further, keeping that momentum. And the last thing that I want to share with you is I want you to take your meds. What? Take your meds. I want you to meditate, spend some time alone. Spend some time, remove the distractions, cut off the television, go into your closet, have some time with just you. Fall in love with you, like you. Spend time. For me, I spend time in prayer. For what I do with my meditation is I cut on what's called soaking music. I like it. It's a music that, Google it, you can find it. There are different types, but that puts me in a place where I can hear and I can receive revelation on how to go forward through my day. Meditation. Then we need to exercise. We need to get in shape. We need to have our bodies. Our bodies are the temple, right? So we need to make sure that we're taking care of it. How is it that you're supposed to go and do all of the things that you're supposed to if you're tired and worn out? How are you supposed to go and continue on? You know, it takes a lot of hours. You want to be successful, you got to put in the work. It's called process. It's a daily step. Sometimes it's late night hours. It's putting in the work, writing it down, having your blueprint together, changing it. Do you guys have a blueprint for your life? Let me tell you, as I was putting this today's message together, what I was thinking, I have a workshop. I was wondering when I was going to do it. I am going to have a workshop that is going to be available 2 weeks after we finish this 30-day challenge. And it is how to answer life's questions in under 3 minutes. Keep watching. I'm gonna put more information out there. But a workshop on how do you answer life's hardest questions in less than 3 minutes? We're going to do the work. Look, I'm excited about it. So anyway, so we're going to meditate, we're going to exercise, and then we're going to make sure that we are eating correctly. Have you realized that when you don't eat correctly, you are tired, you want to go and rest, that your energy is zapped? Or if you eat incorrectly, you may take something to give you a boost of energy only to crash. No, let's make it a process of being the best of person, the best version of who we are at all times. Then what we want to do is we want to make sure that our diet, what are we taking? Our exercise, our diet, we're meditating, and then we want to make sure that we are on our getting our sleep. Are you sleeping enough? Are you taking time to rest? Do you know, for those who want to lose a little weight, you lose weight when you rest. But also, when you are rested, you think more clearly. When look, I'm a little grouchy when I don't sleep. I can't think as quickly. My mind doesn't go as fast. But when I've had a good night's sleep, oh, it's on the next morning. Okay, okay, I'm ready. And I like to stay in action. I want to be in action. I want you to be in action. In order to emerge, we need to make sure that we're covering the entire part of ourselves, not just one area, but all areas. So I am excited about this journey of us going and emerging, going from unstuck to becoming unstuck and unstoppable. You might have experienced a couple of things in your life, but I'm here to tell you that those are just parts of your puzzle, parts of your makeup that's going to make the best version of you. So when you come out of the box, remember, emerge is the ta-da! Yes, life, we're here, people, we're here. That's going to be with all of who you are, everything that you've experienced. To say, I'm here, this is what has made me, all of me, and I'm moving forward. I'm the version that's possible. I'm the version that says we're enough. So I'm on this journey. I'm excited that we're on it together. Life is better when we're together. What I want you to do as a part of your action plan, I want you to write it in your journal, is to ask yourself, in what area do you need to fortify? What area do you need to strengthen and make stronger? What is it? Your family, your relationships? Maybe it's in all of it. Is it in your finance? We're going to go over finances. See, we need to cover all aspects of our lives. But you write it down, and we're going to continue the conversation tomorrow. What I'm asking you to do, type it in the chat. I'm here, I'm present. Type it in the chat. I'm here and I'm present. I want to know I'm here and I'm present. See, when you're here and you're present and then you write it down, it's something that happens here and something that happens here. Let's go on that journey together. I look forward to hearing your feedback tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. Sandra Monette, Papio, I know that you're on the other line. I can't see you right now. Cowboy, thank you. And those who are watching online, I appreciate you going on the journey with me and continuing for the rest of the month of September at 12:30 right here on Facebook Live. My name is Cheryl Barrett, and I will see you tomorrow.